another story. It's me and headlines. They tell how it felt in the sky.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Free American Hour, day after Election Day. My guest today to talk about that election is JimConditJr. Hello, Jim. How are you?
How are you doing, Clay? Fine, thank you.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm not sure that we had that anything much changed during the election. The Tea Parties seem to be happy out there. I'm getting a few little things on that. In California, the legalized marijuana has been shut down, and I guess people really like a police state.
Well, I think the Tea Party people need to wake up, and they're kind of fighting and groggily, you might say, or without really being pointed in the right direction. We ran a campaign, my congressional campaign in the 8th District against John Boehner. We were emphasizing three things. Number one, that all the concerned Americans need to get into the precincts and kick out the Democrat and Republican Party heads at the county level and replace them with constitutional-minded people. Then change the Congress, change who's endorsed for Congress, so that we can reinstitute open, honest elections instead of the secret computer counts. That way we can actually elect, make sure we're getting a right count in these elections. And finally, the change Congress would shut down the Fed and put in an honest money entity like a National Credit Office under Congress. All the money was issued in the open, and the money was issued to serve the people of the United States, and not just the bankers who are working for their New World Order tyranny. So I don't have it up yet, but I will have up on the rest of the story, 2010.com, shortly, the video Shock Therapy for the Tea Party, because it's going to be aimed at directing all Americans, especially those who are involved in some way, shape, or form with the Tea Party type group, direct them towards the battlefields that they really need to be on. As you say, I don't see the Republicans who've been elected as a whole making any fundamental change. They seem, they seem to be in the system and happy about the system as a whole, as opposed to wanting to make the fundamental changes that would bring us more of a just country again.
Now, what office were you running for, Jim? And
Congress. I was running for Congress, U.S. Congress, against John Boehner, who's going to be the Speaker of the House.
All right, and how did they had to be messing with you? How did they do that? I mean,
well, I wasn't expecting it to be so blatant, but one of my friends from near Columbus, Ohio, I'm in Cincinnati, called me around 9 o'clock and said, "You got 24%, you're beating the Democrats," according to ABC News. And so we started to watch it, and I said immediately to some of my friends, if we don't get the evidence, they'll have me drop down to 1 or 2% by morning. We don't know how many times, honest, patriotic candidates have been doing well, and then they just they just suppress the vote. We have 4 companies running the elections in this country. The Democrats and Republicans have delegated the authority to Diebold. In each county, they pick one named Diebold, Hart, Sequoia, and ES&S, the election system and software. So in each county, the county picks one of these 4. That means that, the local county board of elections, basically, the Democrats and Republicans, step out of the way and delegate, illegally and unconstitutionally delegate, the counting to these 4 mega computer companies. So all the counts except in a part of New Hampshire are done on secret computer counts with secret computer software. So in my case, though, they must have been paying attention, and I was shown on ABC News, NBC on air nationally, MSNBC on air nationally, the locally on Channel 5, which is the NBC affiliate here, locally on Channel 12, which is the CBS affiliate, locally on Channel 9, which is the ABC affiliate, and on the websites of ABC News National and the websites of the Channel 12, the CBS affiliate, all showed me with 15,000 votes, or 18% of the vote, from around quarter to 10 till quarter after 11. And then at that point, Channel 5 locally suddenly showed me, instead of with 15,000 votes, I had lost 12,000, down to 3,000 votes. John Boehner was winning the whole time. Of course, Boehner is the congressman who's going to be the Speaker of the House. He raised $7 million from Wall Street and elsewhere. I raised a few thousand, but I did put those into radio ads and into our television, into our Sunday night radio show. But getting back to the vote again, to sum it up real quickly, and people can see this at the rest of the story 2010.com, which I appreciate you linking on your website. And at the top it says screenshots proving vote manipulation in the Condit-Boehner race. If they click in on that, they'll get all these screenshots. So anyway, to sum this up, Clay, at about 12:30 p.m., a.m., 12:30 a.m., on the night of November 2nd, it was now November 3rd, ABC National and the CBS affiliate locally showed on their websites that 100% of the precincts had reported in District 8 in Ohio, where I was running against John Boehner and the Democrat, showed Boehner with about somewhere in the range of 90,000 votes, I guess. It showed me with 35,000, the final tally, 35,000 votes, about 18%, and the Democrat with 29,000 votes, and the Libertarian with 4,000 votes. That was at 12:30. At 12:40, a new final came out, also with 100% of the precincts reporting. Now I was down to 3,400 votes in last place. They took 32,000 from me and added them to the Democrat. The Democrat now had 66,000 votes. And that was the final, you might say. So we got screenshots proving all of this. And I think what happened was you had a situation where I did have my ads over WLW, WKRC that were heard. We had the USS Liberty was what we were focusing on. We had 4 Sunday night radio shows with a survivor of the USS Liberty, Phil Turney, who's got a new book out. Well, I saw that today. And what we did is we ran those shows, and we did that. But also, I think the most important thing was on the vote count is I was on the ballot as the Constitution Party. So everyone in the area knew Boehner was going to win. And I think people are so mad at the Democrat and Republicans, they saw this guy with Constitution next to his name, and they thought, well, heck, I'll send a protest vote to the Democrat and Republican Party. And that's where that plus my radio ads is where my vote came from. But the powers that be, the CIA and Mossad agents that sit around on election night and watch all of the computers, they have direct access to the computers thanks to these local party Democrat and Republican Board of Elections people standing aside. They just couldn't stand for someone who was putting my message out, which is, we were focusing on Israel's attack on the Liberty, how the Jewish lobby today is ruining our ship of state and trying to sink our ship of state the same way as Israel tried to sink the USS Liberty in 1967. We're calling for the arrest of the Fed, the shutting down of the Fed, and the replacement of the Fed with an honest money entity that would operate in the open. So it is unacceptable to the powers that be that someone pushing my message would come in second, beat the Democrat, and get about half as many votes as John Boehner, which would naturally launch be the launching pad for next time in 2012. So they just, changed my vote down to 3,400. Very crass, and this is the way that sometimes happens. They're not paying attention to this race, and they don't pay attention, so I'm getting a lot of votes. But then at the end of the night, they've always, in the last 30 years,